Okay, we're going to go with tried and true YouTube. Let me kind of run over here to YouTube real quick and grab a link. I'm going to go and post this in the Facebook group. I am so sorry, you guys. Oh, this has been my weekend. So I am so sorry. Let me see. I'm going to grab this link. I did do this unlisted because this is very rough. I mean, this was just going to be a chat. I wanted it to be in Facebook, but apparently I do not know how Facebook works, which is accurate. So let me go here. And add a little link. I sure hope that worked. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then I am just gonna run over here and okay. I'll wait for some of you guys to get here now. Of what a disaster. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm sorry. I thought I had the Facebook thing figured out, but not so much. Not so much. I'm just going to post over here. Oh my gosh. Well, if I've learned anything, it's to just stay calm. Because tech is a crazy thing. And this is why I'm very, very glad that I do this through YouTube most of the time. I know you guys will see this later and be like, what is she even? She's talking to herself, which I am talking. I may just be talking to myself. I may have messed around so long that no one wants to come talk to me now. And that's okay. We'll try again. I'm just so frustrated. If you guys knew the amount of time I took today trying to get all of the permissions and things for Facebook to work and then it didn't work. Ugh. So irritating. The tech stuff is the worst. The worst. I am going to see if anyone is in the chat. Absolutely not. It looks like maybe somebody is. Say hello if you are here. It might just be two of us talking to each other, and that's okay. Hi, Joy. Hi, my favorite cards and crafts. Yes, it is so annoying. And what's so bad is I spent an hour and a half figuring it and getting all of the connecting things. It said it would work. And it said I was live. In fact, I see 3 things that say I was live, but not so much. So it's good to see a couple of you here. If you have any questions for me, let me know. This was going to just be an informal, you're getting my makeup free zone here. My Sunday evening relaxed look. But if you have questions, and I do have a few little things I wanted to talk about. That's why I really wanted to do it in our Facebook group. But, you know. Oh, hello. Thank you, Joy. I'm going to run over here to Facebook and see if anyone is seeing my message. And really, maybe nobody else wants to come talk, so ask me anything. We'll do it. Ask anything. Facebook and I are not friends. Okay, so ask me anything that you want to know. Joy and My Favorite Cards and Crafts are here. So you guys let me know what you're doing. Are you stitching? Are you watching TV? Are you working on cards? It's kind of nice when there's not very many people because we can have more of a one-on-one conversation. So you just saw I was on and clicked. Did it take a while for you to get used to Lugana? It's so much tinier than the regular cross stitch. Yes. And give yourself that grace. Honestly, I really thought that I would never stitch on linen again. I did years ago. I stitched a couple of pieces on linen. And so when I started back, I started stitching on Aida. And I love it. And it was so good, and it's what got me back to stitching. But I did buy the Shine On sampler from Bonnie and Camille, and that was a 25 count Lugana, and I thought this is so easy to stitch on, which it is because it's a pretty big fabric. And so that really kind of just jump started, but it took me some time. I pulled out some stitches that didn't look good. I still pull out some stitches that don't look good, but just give yourself that grace and just try it. There have been times I just have to walk away. Sometimes I just want to go back to something nice and big. Joy says, how do you get so much stitching done? I make it a priority and I stitch almost every day, but there were about 2 days last week I didn't touch. Well, that's not true. I spent about 30 minutes one day, and the other day I didn't get anything done. I make that my evening priority. I don't do cards in the evening, so that does help, and that's how I get that done. Hi, Cheryl, watching football while making a few cards. Yes, I know the football game is on. I totally meant to just jump in here real quick on Facebook, have a little cute Q&A and go on for the evening. Let you guys get your stitching done and all of that. But obviously that did not work. I'm going to have to reevaluate that and try again. I don't like to fail, so we will try that again. Thank you guys for being so understanding. This was completely just a little last minute thing, so it's fine. I have learned, just go with it. Everyone has tech issues at some point or another, and it's all a learning curve. Making a few cards. Okay, let's see. I don't know if anyone else is seeing. Because I was so late, I should have just come straight over here. Should have come straight over here instead of messing with it for so long, but I was just convinced. I was absolutely convinced I could make it work. I went live like 4 times, and it said I was live, but did not see it. Do you have any questions about the stitch along or just stitching in general? Let me know. I am just going to make sure that everyone, because there's always a million different messages in Facebook. And I think that's my problem with Facebook, is that they get lost in the feed, I guess, is that what it's called? And I just find it a little bit more difficult to keep up with. Hello. Hello, Rachel. No, Cheryl, we do not have, well, we do have bad weather, but it's cold. What kind of weather are you having in Texas? Like, it's super, super cold here. Very cold. And we're going to have cold weather the next 2 days. So I'm just staying in and stitching. Oh, good. It looks like some people are finding us now. Hello. You stitch in hand, but have you ever used hoops? Is there a difference in how stitches come out? I think that there is more control with stitching in a hoop. I have not stitched in a hoop in 6 years or so. And I've only really been back stitching a lot in let's see, two 2 years, 2.5 years maybe. I stitched quite a while before I decided I'd tell everybody else. Ooh, ice tomorrow, Cheryl. Yuck. No. We're not supposed to. It's just going to be very bitter cold. Bitter, bitter cold. Oh, please stay safe. Hi, Deborah. First time catching me live. Well, I'm sorry. This is the first one. It's terrible. I really don't. I like it to be a little more professional. Like, I like a laid back atmosphere, but I like when things work correctly, but it's okay. We're going to go with it. Hello, sleepless for way too long. Today was beautiful, super sunny, blue skies, but cold. It was just bitter cold here, and it's supposed to be worse tomorrow. So, as far as the hoop, I have heard, and I can tell this just from seeing other people's stitching. I do think it allows for a lot more control of your stitches. You probably get the tension a little bit more uniform. Let's see, been using whitewash and now I cannot use any other white, right? It's so good. I love whitewash from Weeks. Bamboo from Classic Colorworks is a close second. Oh, thank you so much, Kathleen. Super sorry that my live for Facebook didn't work out. I went live for a class yesterday for a card making class. It had a little glitch too, so it's user error. I know this. I'm the user. I didn't do it right. But I because of that yesterday, I really thought I had everything lined up today, but it's good. I like YouTube better. So here we are. I did make it unlisted because I wanted it to just be for you guys. So I put the link in our Facebook group. Just started stitching again. That's awesome. Okay, tell me, have you stitched today? I know Cheryl's been watching football and making some cards. Is anybody else stitching? I'll show you. I do have what I was stitching because I've been behind on it. I've been working on my hands-on design. December. This is the season stitch. And I'm going to finish December tonight. And I think I'll go ahead and start on January. But yeah, that's what I've been doing today. Posted today and doing Have a Cup of Cheer. Oh, I love that one. It is so cute. Absolutely love it. That's awesome. I love hearing what everybody's working on. Are you going to join the SAL or not? I am not offended by anyone who doesn't want to. I just wanted to ask, since it was kind of supposed to be a Q&A for that. I am hopping over to Facebook just to see here if my links are all up so people know. I'm really bummed that didn't work out, but okay, I need to not say that anymore. Oh, good. Hello, everybody. Let's see. Almost finished with the December Country Cottage. Yes. Oh, that's so cute. Stitching the Happy Valentine free chart from Cherry Hill Stitchery. It is what a cute chart. So nice. I love when the designers give us such cute free charts. I keep buying since I have been out of stitching for so long. I really need to get started and quit spending. That is the problem. You just get started with a project you love and then they come out with something else that you want. That's me. I totally am. I bought everything I need. Yay! Planning to do the SAL. Cannot wait. So I'm just going to visit with you guys a little bit. Did anyone who wanted the Sulky floss not be able to pick it up? It's out of stock at Hands On Design. I know somebody posted in Facebook that it was out of stock. And then I checked 123 Stitch and the set is out of stock there as well. Is anybody still looking for the Sulkies or are you going to do DMC? because I do know you can buy them piecemeal. I mean, it won't be a kit, at least not that I can find. And I'll ask Kathy tomorrow if she's planning on restocking. But let's see. Deborah's going to do the Sal. Kathleen is going to do the Sal. Tried to get the thread pack, but it's out of stock right now. Okay, good. So Bunnies Design. They sell felt, but they also sell sulky threads. And just, I kind of forgot. I had made an order and they had actually sent me some sulky threads. And so I went and checked, and all of the colors are in stock. So when we're done, I'm going to go over to the Facebook group and I will list them out with links in case you want to piecemeal together a kit for yourself. Because I know that the kits are probably going to be out of stock a lot of places, especially because it's not a brand new kit. And like I said, I will ask Kathy if she's going to restock it and kind of check on that. Hi, Brianna. Tonight I'm working on the letters for Wreath Swap from Stitching with the Housewives and plan to do the Sal. Wonderful. That's so exciting. Getting colder in Arlington, Texas, and buying the pattern to participate. Yay. That is awesome. And going to substitute the threads, Deborah said. Bunnies Design. Yes. You know what? Let me see if I can put a link in for you guys. We're all casual tonight. I've got my casual my casual look on. Let's see, sulky embroidery thread. I will get all of the exact links for everybody, but I'll pop them here in our chat if it lets me. There we go. Yes, Bunnies Design. They do have an Etsy shop, but I prefer buying directly from their website. Because, you know, Etsy they charge their sellers or whatever, and I just buy directly from Bunnies. Fast shipping, they're very wonderful. I highly, highly recommend them. You're welcome. But I will list out the colors and a link for each color when we're done. I literally looked right before I couldn't make the Facebook Live work. I should have just spent that time making links and going live on YouTube. Just have to buy fabric, Luana said. Yes. Where is the information on the Sal? It is in the Facebook group. It is pinned to the top of the page. So in the group at the top there, I pin anything for that. Are you in the Facebook group? If not, I will put a link to that. I looked earlier today. Let's see. Looked earlier today for the information on the group or for the threads. Let me know. And I'll go over and make sure. Let's see if I can just link right. Don't know if it'll let me, but I'll try. Yeah, all of the information for the Sal is pinned to the top of our Facebook group. So let me grab a little link for the sulky. Yes, I know. I think it's sold out quite a few places. The kit. The curated kit, but you can piecemeal it together, and that's what I gave the link to Bunnies Design if you want to pick up those colors. And I need to go look. I'm going to look when I do this to see if 123 Stitch sells them individually as well. So yes, I know. Here I am. What a mess, Donna. Honestly, I've had the worst tech weekend ever, so I'm just chalking it up to that. We're going to go with it. I was pretty casual tonight anyway, but we're just going to go with it. Just don't know where to look. Okay, Joy, look at the top of the Facebook page. See, and this is no shade at all because Facebook is hard for me. I don't know why. In our group, when you click into the Facebook group, let me get back to that page. It should have in the featured, if you click, like, there's discussion, featured topics. If you click featured, it should be the first thing that pops up. Odin, let's please not squeak while Mom's live, okay? Seriously. You're welcome for the links for the sulky. And I was telling everyone, if you're just joining, I did go look on a whim. I went and looked at Bunnies Design because I remembered that they had sent me some sulky threads, and they do have them. All of the colors are available, at least right now, from them that are used in the More Chocolate Bunnies stitch. So I will add links to all of those when the live is done. I'm going to check 123 Stitch and see if they have all the colors. I'll provide links for those as well, because I know it's frustrating kind of trying to piecemeal everything together and make it work. Let's see. When I bought the thread kit this morning from Hands On Design, there were 32 left. So we are going to be a big family. I think we're going to be a big family, and that makes me excited. I'm super, super excited. He's fine. Let him squeak. Believe me, he is not bothered at all that I said, please stop. Hey, Odin. Yeah, he does not care. He's so spoiled. Okay, let me double check over here. Will there be a separate Facebook group for the Sal? No, I just keep it all in this main group. I created this group mostly for my Sals, but it does have some other, I mean, you can share your stitching in it. We all like to see stitching. So it will all be there. Each week I will have a post and I will pin it to the top of the page. You can share your work in there. The reason we have it in Facebook like that is because it's the best way I know of, I guess, so that we can see each other's stitching. So that is why I did the Facebook group in the first place. I couldn't find it on Hands On Design. Yes, they are. Hands On Design is sold out of the paper chart and the sulky pack, but oh, good, you found it. Good, Joy. I will do links for all of the sulky flosses to where I can find them in stock when this is done. Does anyone have any other questions? Oh, also about the Sal. Each week we will have, on Monday evenings, I will do a Stitch With Me live. It'll be a lot like this, but a little bit more professional. Where we will stitch. I will have the camera, and I will have the camera do a picture-in-picture this time. So you can see me in like the corner, but you can also see my hands stitching if you care. But we're just going to sit and stitch a part of the chart every week. Let's see. It's under holiday, Jane says. Oh, did I miss? Good. Jane said she got her sulky from 123 order today. Did you buy it in the pack, the curated kit or thread pack, or did you just piecemeal yours together? Yes. Journal. Is it journals? Reimagined. I got glasses so I could read. Can I not? The chart is in PDF. One of the requirements for my Sals, for me personally, just to make this fun for my community, is that it has to be in PDF. So yes, you can go to Hands On Design. The link is in the Facebook group, and it's offered in, you can click the little drop down box, and it's hard copy or PDF. So you can buy it right there in PDF, which is amazing. You got it as the pack. Okay, yeah. Ordered your kit from Hands On Design today, the chart and the thread. Yay! Well, it looks like some of you were able to get it. I know that, I think Chantal told Kathy there would probably be a run on them, so I'm sure she knows, and I'm sure she sees the sales coming in. But hopefully they will restock like the paper patterns. But try to find it if that's what you want. But the PDF is going to be available at all times to make it easy for everyone. Rachel is fine instead of journals reimagined. Okay. Thank you, Rachel. That's funny. Yeah, so PDFs are an absolute must. And Kathy wanted everybody to know that the Hop On INN chart uses the same sulky thread. So if you choose to stitch with sulky and you don't have that chart, she made it PDF for you guys because it wasn't. She went home that night and made it a PDF so you could get both and really use that floss if you're going to use it. Rachel, that's funny. I like the laughing face. Picked up both patterns tonight in PDF, Sandy said. Awesome. Hello, Sandy. The chart probably is not in color, is going to be my guess. Sleepless for way too long. Hands-on design charts generally are not. When are we starting? We are starting, the little handout is in the Facebook group. We are starting 2 weeks from tomorrow. I wanted to give everybody plenty of time to order your supplies and get them in, because I know if you don't have a local store that you can go visit to pick up your things, you're going to have to order it and you're going to have to wait for time to get them. If you're not going to use things from your stash. So I made a little handout. Week 1 is going to be February 13th, and then we'll stitch for the next 4 weeks. And then the last week will be March 13th. Basically a month from when we start will be the finishing tutorial. It's not a very big stitch. It's kind of a medium stitch. So I think we'll get it done. Thank you, Sandy. That's so sweet of you. Undecided on the fabric. Yes. And you know what? I think any kind of neutral-ish fabric is going to be great. I even think that something kind of in the aqua family would be or seafoam greenish family might be kind of pretty. I kind of considered that. I don't know if I have any, but it would be fun to maybe just do a floss toss and look. There are so many different fabrics. Definitely don't think you have to use exactly what's on there. If you have a favorite basic, that's why I mentioned Vintage Country Mocha, because it's such a good basic. But any kind of basic would be great. It'll make 4 sals for you, Jane. Girl, you and me both. So many sals. Oh, good. Liza, first sal. That's awesome. Ordered hers from Hands On Design this morning. That's fantastic. Does anyone else have any questions on charts or finishing or when we're starting or where to find the information or any other questions at all? Please ask. We're informal tonight, so if you've got some stitching questions, let me know. Rachel ordered fabric today. What fabric did you get? Maybe that's a good question to ask. If you are here in the chat, what fabric, and you know what fabric you're going to use, let me know. I like hearing, and it'll be nice because then I can kind of go back to our Facebook group and maybe offer up some suggestions to others who are struggling picking out a fabric. Oh, nice. Deborah's doing this and Freezin' Season. Oh, first ones ever. Yay. That's awesome. My favorite cards and crafts. If you cut the fabric down, will it unravel? Yes, a little bit. Some fabrics more than others. Like Ada is not going to unravel like linen does. I zigzag the edges with my sewing machine. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can use tape around the edges, or you can take a needle and thread and do a little running stitch around the edges to secure it. There's lots of things you can do like that. But sometimes I don't even zigzag my edges. I just let it unravel a little bit. And then when it gets too bad, I'll go sew it. Let's see. Sleepless for way too long is going to use the linen I'm using. First time with linen. Let's see. Oh, that's exciting. Give yourself some grace and some time to get used to it. I can't wait to stitch the chocolate bunny. Jane, me either. The white chocolate fabric you gave away. What do you think for the Sal? I would have to lay out the floss on the fabric. It'll just give a different look, but I think it would be okay. I don't think there's white. It's a lot of color in that chart. I think it would be fine. Really, I like to take my fabric and lay the floss out on it and kind of guess from there. And you can always change floss colors. Let's see. Rachel, I bought 3. I think one is mocha, one is black, and I can't remember the third. All Ada. You know, sometimes I do that too. Are we talking about 12 cotton petite sulky? We are talking about whatever this is. Let me see here. I have to say I am not an expert on sulky at all. I've not stitched with it before. This is going to be my first time. I've heard great things about it. Okay, I'm going to read this to you guys right from the Bunnies website. Sulky thread is equivalent to 1.5 strands of embroidery floss. This means no more tedious separating and tangling. So instead of taking 2 strands of floss, you're taking 1. So for a lot of people who stitch on higher count fabric, 36, 40 and above, who already stitch with 1 strand of floss, but you can't really do that on 14 or 28, you know, you can do that with this. I do think they maybe even recommend using 2 strands of this though on like some of the bigger or smaller counts, whatever, you know what I mean, the 14 and stuff. But it's ideal for, this says applique and quilting, but it works good for hand embroidery, including cross stitch and machine sewing. Yeah. It is the Egyptian weight cotton, and it comes on cute little bobbins. So I'm going to grab some. Hold on. Okay, so this is what it'll look like. This is a cute little pack I got from Bunnies Design. Jane got the called for aspen. So it's going to look like this. It comes on these little bobbins. And then you just kind of pull it. This one's kind of, there we go. And it is a nice, you can see, I think you can even maybe see here on camera that it's got a little bit more width to it than a strand of DMC. And that's why we have to double up our DMC or even our Classic Colorworks and other variegated floss. So, yeah, I'm excited to stitch with it. I've never stitched with it before, but I've heard great things. Sandy says, listening to fabric choices, I'm thinking of something pastel and changing the floss. Absolutely. I really think, what is that color of fabric? It's almost that sea foamy color. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I can't think of the color of it. I think it comes in a 14 count. I know I saw it on Fat Quarter Shop and I think they've had trouble getting it in. I think it's opalescent or something. I almost think changing some of the colors to a little bit more pastel and stitching on something like that would be super, super pretty with this chart. Yes, more substance. And aren't they cute? Like when you're done, you could even put them like in a glass jar for display or whatever. So yes, the floss is gorgeous. Might have to change from DMC to this, Sandy said. Hey, and here's another thing. So at Bunnies Design, which I had a link up earlier earlier here in the chat, and I'll put one on Facebook. They do have some curated collections of floss. Some of them might be okay. I think this was the eucalyptus ones. Well, it went with the eucalyptus stuff, but I really want to stitch something here. Not with the sticker. With these. They're really, really pretty. There is even one that is variegated. I don't think they all are variegated. This green one, though, that came in here, it's variegated. They're really beautiful. I'm eager to try them and see what I think. Yes, Sandy says the opal is gorgeous. Do we stitch with a 28 needle? Okay, so here's my rule for stitching. It depends on your fabric. This is my personal rule. You guys do whatever you want. I use a 26 on 14 and 28 and 25. On 32, 16, 18, 36, 40, I use a 28. I find that I like the 28 needle. I feel like it goes through the holes better. When the stitches get so close together, I feel like it goes through there easier than a 26. But try it out and see what works for you. See what needles you like best for that. It's really just personal preference. Let's see. Do you know your fabric choice for Mad for Plaid? Also, thanks for organizing. You're so welcome. No. In fact, Shari and I were texting about this earlier today. She's going to use chalkboard black, she thinks. I think I'm going to use 32 count fabric is what's called for in Mad for Plaid. And I think I'm going to use charcoal gray Lugana. I have it already. I have plenty of it. Like, I think I have enough for all of them. These 4 and whatever's coming next. So I think that's what I'm going to use. But I did order the Cosmo Floss for it. When it comes, I'm going to lay it out and make sure that I think that's going to work. And then I'll post in our Facebook group. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Are you stitching tonight? If you just came in and you didn't see, I was showing, I've been working, I'm on my hands-on design kick and I need to get caught up. This is what I've been working on today. I've worked on the seasons and I worked on December. I'm going to finish that up tonight. Yay, you can comment now, Karen. I'm so glad. You ordered the Sulky from Benzie. Oh my gosh, yay. Perfect. That makes me so happy. I was a little afraid it was going to be hard to find. So fantastic. What is the chart called? Is it this one? It's the Seasons 2. If it's that one that I just showed, I'll give you a little link. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Started March month to month. Trisha said, look at you go. What is the name of the pattern you're working on? Oh, yeah, let me grab it. It's Seasons 2, A Year of Celebrations from Hands On Design, and it is awesome. I will just grab it for you. The great thing about having a small little group of us chatting is that I can do this. I can't always do this when I'm doing a demonstration. I am a little behind. I skipped November and October, but I'm going to go back and do them. I don't know why I'm so far. Well, I do know why I'm behind. Because September happened for me for work. But, oh, come here, little Link. There we go. Here we go. I'll add that right there. That's the link to the chart I'm working on. But I'm loving it. I want to finish this and probably go ahead and start January yet tonight. Yes, I added it. Working on Always by Hello from Liz Matthews. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys. She's so excited. So please tag her if you post it on social because she'll see it. She's super excited that people are stitching it. I'm so glad that Jessica shared that because Jessica the Sweetwater Stitcher, I'm sorry, because I didn't even know that she had that free chart and it's darling. How good are the free Valentine's charts? There are so many of them. Tara says she's working on Cherry Hill Stitchery. Yes, the free Happy Valentine's Day chart, which is another fantastic chart. You're welcome for the link, Karen. Stitching Peppermint House. Oh my gosh, I love Peppermint House. I didn't allow myself to buy it, but I wanted to. It's probably just a matter of time. Oh, Michelle, you finally found me. Yeah, I'm so sorry. What a disaster my tech was tonight. It's a good thing this was a casual Q&A. Let's just chat about stitching and not an actual demo, or I would have been really unhappy. Sandy put together 5 kits using several patterns oh, that's so fun. I love kitting projects. This is sad, but I like kitting projects almost as much as stitching. It's the possibilities, for sure. Got your thread just now, Donna said. Oh, wonderful. Where did you end up getting it, Donna? There are so many free charts. Tara wants the Peppermint House, too. Okay, the other one I want, is it from Plum Street? It's the pink brick house. What is that one called? I've seen so many people stitch it. And they had it at my LNS yesterday, and Lori and I both looked at it, and neither of us picked it up, but I honestly want to go back this week and get it. But I need that, like I need another hole in my head. Stitching a card front tonight. Oh, that's fun. Are you using Spellbinders dies or some other dies, Karen? I don't stitch on cards. I have a few stitching dies, but I've not used them. Yes, the pink house. Tara knows. Yes. I can't think of the name of that chart. I could probably do a little quick search and find it. I love it. And it has a beautiful quote underneath. It's big and bold. The bricks are awesome. I know I've heard from everyone that stitching the bricks. That and what is the Santa one from With Thy Needle and Thread? I bought it. Is it even in here? It might be. Yeah, Santa stops here. I've heard that stitching the bricks on these is kind of the pits, but it's beautiful. Just adding to the chart collecting. You know what? I put it in my binder and I'm like, look at my beautiful collection of charts. This is the day. Thank you. That is it. Yes. And I want it. What is LNS? And it's Local Needlework Shop. Yes, sorry, I didn't say that very well. So it's just like your... if you come from the card making or paper crafting world, it used like LSS. What was it called for scrapbook? Was it Local Scrapbooking Store? LSS? Why does that not sound right? You guys can correct me. But LNS is Local Needlework Shop. The Stitcher's Garden. Oh, maybe. I feel like it's This Is the Day. Stitching cards have been my gateway back. Yes, those are so fun. Sandy says Jana and I are going to our... Yay! I was hoping you and Jana would. And you guys have such a good local needlework shop too. Reason for kitting up remaining supplies. That's amazing. Yes, it's called Keepsakes. And there's a lot of stitchers in you guys' area. Hopefully, maybe you guys can find a stitching group. That would be amazing. You guys live in a fantastic area with lots of floss tubers. That's great. I'm so glad you and Jana are going to do that, Sandy. That makes my heart happy. This is the day. Yes, it is. This is the day. I know it is. And now that we've talked about it, you know that I'm just probably going to email them and tell them to kit it up for me tomorrow, and I'll be by to pick it up. That's bad. Stitching dye was from Waffle Flower. I almost said, is it Waffle Flower? Because they have good ones too. That's awesome. Oh, good. It has a grid for stitching. That's awesome. Rachel needs to find an LNS in Georgia. If anyone here is from Georgia and knows of one, that is probably what I need to ask for a question during FlossTube, is to have everybody, if you have an LNS, let us know where it is, so that hopefully people reading comments can go, oh my gosh, because here's the crazy thing. Mine is like only about 12 to 13 minutes from my house. I've lived here for 3 years. I've only started going there. Now, granted, the last couple of years have been, we all know what they've been. So it wasn't open for a little bit, but it's been there for years, and I had no idea. So I think that some of them kind of go under the radar, and unless word of mouth is the best way to find out about our local stores. Sandy wants to find a stitching group. It would be great if you guys could. That would be amazing. Yeah, Karen, I know they're not. I think they're few and far between with the explosion of online shopping in the last 10 to some years. I know a lot of shops have closed, so it's a bummer. Stitcher's Garden, Donna said. Okay, is that right? Stitch's Garden? I want to make sure I have that right, because I'm going to write it down. I want to give people plenty of options. Stitch's Garden. So Donna said she got her sulky threads at Stitch's Garden. Trisha, how far is Keepsakes for you? Stitcher's Garden. Oh gosh. She said it is Stitcher's Garden. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Donna. Nancy said about 1.5 hours away. Oh, that is a bummer. Keepsakes is closest, about 40 minutes, but worth the trip. Absolutely. And okay, so even though mine is close, they are closed, and I think this is pretty typical for a lot of shops. They're closed on Sunday and Monday. And then their hours they're not open until I think it's noon to 5, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 10 to 5, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So their hours are a little wonky. They're a little hard to get to anyway. Even if you don't have a local shop, but you want to support one, many shops you can call, and even out-of-state shops. Like I know, for example, a lot of people shop Shepherd's Bush, which is in Utah, right? Please tell me if I'm wrong about that. And they will kit your project and they will send it to you. So keep that in mind too, that you can call Keepsakes and I know they will kit things for you. My shop, I asked them when I was there Saturday, and she goes, oh yeah, absolutely, we will do that. She said that they actually have had quite a few people come in, and they've had a couple people call, and she said thank you, and that helps keep those shops in business as well. So even if you can't visit one physically very often, so mine's pretty close. I don't go very often. I mean, I've gone a little more often now that Lori goes too, because we enable each other. But I try to make a list so that when I go, I pick up floss that I'm out of, or see if they have a fabric, or I see if they have new patterns that are released, or sometimes just old ones that I didn't even know about. 5 hours, Trisha said. Yeah, that's like an overnighter trip right there. That's too far. I agree. Oh my gosh, Create for Paws. I have one 5 minutes from my house called Stitch Niche in Arlington, Texas, and about 30 minutes from 123 Stitch. That is amazing. That is amazing. We have Under the Sea Fabrics, not 10 minutes from my house in San Antonio. Okay, why are all the shops in Texas? I feel like a road trip is in order, and I need to go to Texas and visit all these shops. They mostly do Mirabella. I kind of like seeing that some of them specialize in certain charts. I love the look of Mirabella charts. I don't know that I'd stitch one, but I love watching. I watch a lot of Teresa Little Stitcher, and she does Mirabellas, and they're beautiful. Oh, you're welcome, Megan. Oh, I am so glad you're excited. That makes me so excited. Oh, no. Kathleen says she lives outside of Memphis, Tennessee, and we have nothing. So I've never been to Tennessee, and it is on my bucket list, but you got to get some shops. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Let's see. It is hard to pick out fabric. So up until this point, and I know I mentioned it in my latest video, I live, just the last few years I've lived here, but obviously I was still buying online. I found Fat Quarter Shop years ago when I started quilting. And then I just kind of transitioned back into cross stitch a couple years ago or so, and they had been sharing it for a few years by that point. They do a fantastic job, and I do think watching their videos, watching their lives, they do show a lot of the fabric, and that helps so much. Watching floss tubers who show you their fabric so you can see it up a little bit closer. It's not the same as touching, but I will say the pictures don't do the fabrics justice. A lot of the fabrics I choose and I order online are from floss tubers, and I'm like, I want that fabric. It's beautiful. Stitch Niche has been around for 45 years. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to write some of these down. I would love to do a little tour. Jane says she has shops in smaller towns nearby. Under the Sea fabrics are beautiful. I would love to go. Towanda, Kansas. Where is Towanda, Kansas at? I feel like I should know this. What is it close to, Kathleen? Do you know? You're going to tell me and I will be like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I think I've chatted for a little while. We have our little informal chat. Does anyone have any more questions for me? It can be about the SAL or it can be other stitching questions. I'll hang out here for probably another 4 minutes or so, and then I'll probably sign off and go back to stitching my December. I got to get that finished tonight. Hello, is it Adelia? Adelia? Let me know if you have any more questions. And like I said, it can be about the SAL. It can be about stitching. It can be, what are you doing this week? Close to El Dorado. Oh, she's not very far from me. That's kind of what I thought. After I said that, I thought, I think it's pretty close. Yeah, I actually had, not so much now, but a lot of my mom's family was from around the El Dorado area. Just saw your post on Facebook. Yeah, I know. Big bummer. My Facebook Live did not work, so we just moved on over here. I tried to put it several places. I'm super, super sorry. Technology is super fun. Oh, I'm so glad you're excited about the SAL. You guys you're so welcome. This is fun for me too. You guys are my stitching group, so this is awesome. Oh, good. You just got the PDF for the SAL. That's awesome. You're welcome, Deborah. I enjoyed it as well. Odin, do you want to tell everybody hi and not dig in your ear? Come here. Come here. Come tell everybody hi. Beatrice, I am. I have not had a minute to do it. Okay, so on the card making front, I will just tell you guys, I've kind of had a lot going on behind the scenes. I am designing a product line for Spellbinders. I am teaching some online classes, and I've had prep work behind the scenes. So I am so sorry. There's not been an extra minute for planning videos. And so and for a lot of other things, to be honest, but yes. Oh, good. I'm so glad you're looking forward to the Sal. Oh, Rachel, thank you so much. I am so glad to see so many of my paper crafting followers who love to stitch. I know I've probably said this in other videos, but I was really nervous to share. I felt almost like it was my little secret. I've been stitching in quiet for a while, and I found floss tube, and I thought, well, let's just try it. Who knew that so many of you guys stitched? It's just been so fun. So I'm really glad that I kind of put myself out there, I guess, in that respect, because I found so many of you guys who love to do it as well. Oh, I'm so glad that it keeps you company. Oh, thank you, Liza. Come here. Come tell everybody hi. I'm not coming over there to rub your belly. Come. Come here. Come tell everybody hi. Tell everybody that Peyton, my daughter, is getting a fur baby next week. So you guys are probably going to see a new little fur baby Shih Tzu, because I'm sure I'll be babysitting him at some point. Deborah says, as a procrastinator, I will wait until the day to order and collect everything for the Sal. Hey, I say that's fine too. You do what you need to do. Oh, thank you, Karen. Let's see. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are loving it. Are you going to tell everybody hi? Do you want down? Your tooth's sticking out. Thanks. He is my baby, as a lot of you know. And I love him, and he loves me. And he is never far from me. He is always underneath my feet. And we all think that when Peyton brings the puppy, he's going to think that it's a new toy just for him. I can't wait to show you. His name is Coda. They've already named him. He's super tiny. This one's a big guy. We didn't know that he was going to be so big. But I think hers is going to be tiny. He's super tiny, but he's darling. So I can't wait to share him with you. I'm excited. We love dogs here. He is squishable and cute, Rachel. He's ridiculous and so spoiled. Okay, if you guys have any questions, drop me a comment here on Facebook. I am going to be answering them. Yes, he does look like Chewbacca. We get that a lot. Chewbacca or an Ewok. We almost named him Chewie. But we didn't, obviously. So, thinking about doing the Sal, but have a couple other monthly projects, and I don't want to stress myself out with too many and make it not fun. That is absolutely fine. I just like to do these things as something fun, and obviously something that I want to stitch, but I hear you on having lots going on and not getting stressed out, and you're right, it should be fun. So only do what makes your heart happy. Oh, you have an old English sheepdog, Deborah said. Yeah, we're big dog lovers here. We love them, so. A Saint Bernard who loves to be underfoot. Okay, here's a fun story. When I was little, actually before my parents had me, they had a Saint Bernard and they bred her and they had puppies, but she had a difficult delivery and they were born cesarean, and they were tiny, and my parents ended up having to help like bottle feed them. So those were their first babies, were the puppies, and of course they kept one. And then when I was little, it was a few years later, they had lost her, so they got another one, and his name was Bo. And I mean, I was old enough that I rode him like a horse outside, and he was the most good-natured, sweetest dog. I'm excited to get started. I'm excited to stitch. Please remember, the Stitch With Me's, even if you are not stitching along, maybe you have enough on your plate, but not stitching along with the Sal. Come hang out with us. Come hang out. We're just talking about stitching. Yes, I'm stitching the project for the Sal, but we can just all talk about stitching and all of the good stuff. So thank you. Have a great evening. Thanks for putting up with my tech problems. It will go seamless for the Stitch With Me's because that's through YouTube. I will try Facebook Live again one of these days. I'm going to ask around and see if I can get some advice. But have a great evening. Bye, everybody.